All right, so I was talking about race, self-love, and self-worth, and I want to wrap it up and make this real quick. Black young ladies, it's not classy to wear purple braids, purple hair, blue hair, red hair, and orange hair. The prettiest and the classiest thing you can wear is your natural hair color. And if by chance it matches your skin tone to go a little brighter, maybe blonde or maybe burgundy, that's as far as you need to go. If you're light skinned, you can rock the blonde. Depending on your complexion between light and brown, you might can rock the blonde as well. But black hair always look good on a black woman, especially brown skin and dark skin. Burgundy perhaps on a light skin, depending on the tone of the brown skin as well. But red never. It's a wretched thing. It's wretched, y'all. It's awful. It's some demon from hell that's telling these young ladies this is beautiful because they see these Hollywood girls with these blue weaves and all that. Some of them may can pull it off. But in general, it's not even about pulling it off. It's about classiness. Blue hair ain't classy. And some of them look cute with it. They look pretty with it. It may fit them. It may look cute with them, but it's still not classy. The classy, when you talk about class and grace, I like to think that I'm a young lady of class and grace. So I'm telling you from one of the best, because my mother was classy and graceful. And if I'm telling y'all, because you got to educate yourself. As black young ladies in this culture, it's cool to wear blue, red weaves and braids, and that's a hot mess. For one, y'all, look at the braids that y'all be wearing. Individual braids that's blue and red, kind of like in this little ball. That's not classy. I'm sorry, it's not. The best thing you could do is wear your own hair. Maybe get a sophisticated weave. Stick with classy. If you're going to get styles, make sure they're classy. Stick with classiness and gracefulness. This other ghetto like lump stuff, I'm not speaking down, but God can deliver you from not having taste, because that's what it's called. It's called not having good taste when you wear red hair and brown hair and all this. Now that I touched on that, I'm going to remind y'all to look at some old black movies from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Notice how all the black women in those movies, all the way up to the 80s and 90s, most of them now, unless you're looking at Friday or something, most of them had beautiful hairstyles. They wear their ladylike black hair. You didn't see no red, no orange, green. Look at the way they carried themselves most of the time. If it's a decent movie, especially from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, they dressed well. They carried themselves as lady. They talked as ladies. Every word wasn't a cuss word, and then they saying they Christian, then they cussing somebody out. Look at the way they carried themselves, the way their hair was, and young ladies mimic that, because a lot of people don't have moms to teach them what class is, what grace looks like, how we should wear our hair, what colors we should stay away from. Like lately in this last decade, these demonic colors, these black girls walking around with blue and red and purple hair. I'm like, why is your hair purple? Why? It don't look right. But God can give you that. When I got closer to God, I asked him to take away everything not right in me. So when I was younger and I used to think Daisy Dukes was cute and all some other stuff, and God toned it down. He showed me what was classy and what was graceful. Now my mom had already raised me to know what was classful and graceful. But when you're a teenager and you go through that little stage where you just want to do your own thing. And so he helped me with that. And there was a point when I was a young lady, I loved dresses. Like, I like the whole 90s style. And I still love the 90s. But I like the whole sexy dress with the split up the leg. And I love that. But then as I got closer to God, he delivered me from a lot of stuff that I don't like. Not to say that when you get married, you can't know how to turn that up in that arena. But in other stages, a woman of God should look like a woman of God. Now, even if you're not a woman of God, you should look like an intelligent, classy young lady. Or even just a young lady. Not an octopus, not a unicorn, not a mermaid. Your hairs shouldn't be matching these different colors, especially when you get over to the darker skin tone, the brown, the dark skin tone. Why we got red hair and purple hair doesn't make sense. And let me wrap it up by saying, black young ladies, we have to learn to love each other. When I go by my young black sisters in the beauty supply at work, I say, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, y'all doing all right? How you doing? Are you doing all right? How you doing? It's too early in the morning for this. It's too early in the morning for what? I'm speaking to you. So we have to educate ourselves and change our mentality to be able to speak and show love to complete strangers. See, my mama raised me, when we walk in the room, we speak. Whether you're black, white, whatever, we speak. So when I see my sisters, I just speak. They can be a black sister, they can be a white sister, they can be Hispanic, and same with the brothers, black, white. I'm gonna speak. But within our own culture, it's not cultivated like that. We look at each other crazy if somebody we don't know speaks to us and actually has people skills enough to say, hey, how you doing this morning? Or if I have a smile on my face, something is wrong, I'm crazy, I'm from another planet, why are you so happy? What juice are you drinking? What is wrong with you? Something's wrong with her. It's too early in this morning. First of all, you're blocking the entrance here. So I'm just speaking as I'm moving through, because really, y'all should be over here. We're not in high school anymore. Black sisters, we have to grow up, we have to mature, and we have to show love. Everything is not a competition. Everything is not a fight. We don't have to be ghetto. We don't have to be ignorant about everything. We don't have to be ugly spirited to each other. Ain't nobody else doing. You don't see the white people, the Hispanic people doing that. They know how to speak. They know how to talk to each other. But when it comes to us and somebody different, I might not be as hood. I might not be as down or as cool as you, but we can still speak. We can just show common courtesy, and we can still be more, we can be loving. Can I just say that? We can learn how to speak and show love instead of hatred and jealousy to one another. I know the quality of my camera is kind of bad, so that's why it's dark. But we need to grow up, we need to mature, and we need to show love. Now, this is about to run out, and we need to educate ourselves. Black young ladies, watch movies. See how they wear their hair. It was classy. It fit them. It was not unfitting. So educate yourselves and let God make you who He created you to be. Seek Him, and He'll give you that taste that you need. Period. Because that other stuff, it ain't working. It's cute in the hood, but